Want to play a game?
Hello everybody, my name is Gage and welcome back to my Let's Play series. I have been a busy boy already this week. Not only in this world, but I've also been playing the Nox Cruise Batman Minecraft DLC, which is absolutely incredible. If you haven't got it and you're able to, definitely get it. And if you're not able to get it and you want to watch someone play it, if you enjoy watching me play, there's a playlist that will be on the end of this, or you can just go and find it in my channel, and it will have the entire thing start to finish, all the bosses. It's amazing. Now, I've been busy on there. I've also been busy on here. So let's see some of the stuff that I've been doing this week. The first thing was I had to go and get a trident. And guess what? I got it on my first try. And then I went creeper hunting at night time so I could get myself some more rockets. And then I had to go and get loads of flowers. And that should be quite an easy task, right? But let me just show you this one. This one, I was convinced it did not exist in my world, but I finally came across it in a swamp. And while I was out there, I remembered I had my Silk Touch pickaxe and I actually found some snow and some ice. And I could get it this time, so I got a whole load of snow and ice. I then went and fortuned an absolute ton of flint. I then went over to the end and took down an entire obsidian pillar. Obviously, because I needed loads of obsidian. And, well, I built something. Now, I'm not going to do... I didn't do a block-by-block build on this one because the things that you've probably seen before. But also, I will do a separate tutorial. You'll see them right there. I'll do some separate tutorials on these. They're not all my design. It's a mixture of things from like watching Silent Whisperer, JC Plays. You know, the usual suspects who make these great farms with a bit of a twist on them from me. So you will see up here in the sky, I have a general purpose mod farm. A general purpose mob farm and a gold farm. Now the gold farm will also give me XP. That's what I needed the trident for. And the way it works is you literally flip this lever, this trident's in there and they'll spin around and kill. And while that's going on, there's some portals up there that are going to turn on and off constantly. It's a really important one, this one, that you can't leave the area. Don't really go anywhere unless you really have to. Because you're probably going to break the process of it going on and off. I'll show you quickly, just so you can see the top of it. There's basically, I've got 4 portals. You can make this massive, but I've got 4 portals up here, and there's some redstone that basically comes up the side, and it flicks on and off, on and off, on and off. And basically, when it's on, it uses flint to light it, and then when it's off, it pushes the water bucket through. So it basically opens and closes the portal. Pigmen spawn, fall down into the water, fall down into the chute, and then get murdificated by the trident. So at the moment I'm using the flint and steels. This is why I needed loads of flint so I could make all these. The problem is, as you can see, in my short testing, it's already used 8 of them. So I probably need to enchant them with them breaking, actually. That would probably be... I'd at least make them last longer, but I need to think of a better way. I mean, if you're not doing like I do, and you actually have the fire tick on, you can just do this with lava and it's infinite and you never have to worry about it. But while fire tick is off, the lava won't do anything. It won't actually light the portal. So I'm sort of tempted to, when I use it, to maybe put fire tick on. I'm not sure. But that is the gold farm. And the other thing that I've done on here... Oh no, I've fallen in. I've fallen in. No, this is bad. If you do make this and you fall in, I'll show you how to get out. Fall down your own pit and then fly back out up here, because on Bedrock you can't fly out of water. Right, so let me look a bit further down here, just show you one more thing. So this is the item sorters. All of you will probably see from looking at it, it's the Impulse SV sorter, but slightly changed for Bedrock because we can now use these target blocks. On the mob farm over there, actually, I've got the traditional Impulse SV sorter, but on this I'm basically just sorting out gold, and gold nuggets. Everything else goes into a lava. There is a lava thing there. So basically goes through the sorter and then gets spat out into the lava. So we get rid of all the rotten flesh and all the swords and everything else. I know that you can smelt them down and get more nuggets, but honestly, it's just not worth it. So let's move on to this thing, the mob farm, the other monstrosity. And you will see while I was over there, there was mobs spawning in here already. That's why I built them so close to each other, actually, because what I'm thinking is when I'm over there doing that, I might as well have this running at the same time. And this one is just AFKable, no trident. There's a chute where the mobs fall down and they land on some soulfire campfires, which kills them pretty quick. And then everything's being sorted into here. So already just in testing, I've already got quite a bit of lots of stuff, actually. I don't know if I'm going to keep the arrows. I may end up binning off the arrows at some point. The rotten flesh, I'm not sure. Maybe if I get villagers, I could trade them in, and then anything that's not sorted. So because you get witches and the occasional enderman and stuff that'll go in there, so it's worth just having a failover. I think sometimes I've even had the pillagers come through. So this one I've built so many times. I build it on, this is on my single player world. I built it on my realm that I play on with my family. But on my realm that I play on with my family, so it definitely works on realms as well. But this one's a little bit different to some of the others you may have seen. Lots of them like wash water through and down. The way I build it, I just rely on the fact that mobs are stupid. So I've got 4 platforms on each level. The mobs spawn on the platforms, and then at some point they're just going to walk down here and fall through. Sometimes you can get a bit of a clog of spiders, but they do in the end seem to go down. I think they've got to go through the middle for them to go down. I can't remember, but as you can see, we are getting strings, so they do go down. And the rates are pretty good. They're not as good as like the ginormous ones that people make, but again, like I said earlier, I only really want to make smallish farms. I don't need giant ones for here. So the main thing here for me is that I need gunpowder for my rockets, and I need bone meal for the white dye. So yeah, that is what I've been up to over the last few days. I'm alive. And the other thing that I really like, in fact, let's have a quick sleep because it looks better in the day. I really like that when I'm up here, if this cloud will go away, you get a nice view of the village and it looks awesome already. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. And today we are going to add another building over here. And we're going to build that together block by block. And I'm definitely not going to ruin the footage this time. I do need to go back to the end though. I'm going to be using some blocks that people generally don't like. I'm going to get some purple and I'm going to use some diorite. Don't worry, it's not tons of it, but they are going to go into this build. And the reason for my flowers is I need to make, ultimately, I need to make a dye farm. So, like flower farm, and I'm also going to make a sheep farm, and this is going to help me come to it. I've already got some of the cocoa beans up top, but I'm not sure if that's going to be today. I just wanted to make sure that I had everything ready so that I can build. But the main thing now for me is getting on with this build. So let me go and get some blocks together and let's get on to it. Well, I realised actually when I was saying I was going to go and build that it was actually really late and I needed to get to bed. So I've just come up this morning just to check. I thought I'll AFK here and we can see on the results. So don't forget, this is not something that's going to push mobs around or anything like that. It all works off pathfinding. What do you think? Let's pick gunpowder first. How much gunpowder do you think we're going to have? Let's have a guess in stacks. Put it in the comment section before I open this chest. See if it's close to what you think. So do bear in mind, I guarantee you it's not going to be anywhere near a full chest. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's all right for overnight. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got, yeah, like 6 and a bit stacks overnight. So again, like I say, the reason is it's dead easy to build. Really easy to build. I think it took me about half an hour to build the whole thing, rather than like the absolute giant ones. So for a single player world, yeah, I'm really happy. Let's try another one. Let's go for bones, because that's the other thing that I was interested in. How many stacks do you think? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, pretty similar. So it was an even distribution, which is good. And then why don't you let me know what you think the weirdest item is that's going to be in here. It had 2 sticks in it before, but you only have 2 sticks in now. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Some villager banners. As I said before, you do occasionally get the patrols. They spawn up there and they get pushed in. So that's pretty cool. Plenty of rotten flesh. So if we do get ourselves a cleric, we can start trading some of that. A ton of arrows, should we ever need them. Loads more strings. Now we've got 2 places that we're getting string. All in all, I'm really happy with it. I'm going to go for my breakfast, and then we've got a couple of build projects. All right, everybody. I am ready to build. I've got a ton of rockets and stuff now. I'm very happy. This has done me really well overnight. But in these 2 boxes are everything I need for our next build. So I've just changed the landscape just a little bit here, so I've got space for it. It's not going to be a giant build, but I think it's going to be quite striking. It's going to look very good in the village. Let's give you a quick sneak peek. So these are most of the blocks for the outside. These are most of the blocks for the inside. So let's get to a time lapse and start this great build. Alright, the new build is done, and I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I'm still getting used to sort of where to place my my second account just so you get decent views, but I'm sure that'll come with time. And I think you got to see most of the good stuff. So the idea I had with this build was that it's going to be a person living in here who's definitely in touch with nature, but has also let nature completely take hold of their building. I wanted to use the purple blocks. I think they're pretty cool. I know they're not very well liked by a lot of people, but I think they can look good. There is diorite inside as well, so I've gone all out on the horrendous blocks that some people say. I've added the new path as well, so the path will come in, and as I said before about not going straight, it has a nice little weave as it goes round. And if we look from down this way, we have exactly the same. It sort of comes around and then weaves back on itself. And if we have a look around the back, we've got the same thing. I made sure I've done it all the way around. My azalea trees, they got taken out while I was doing this. I didn't quite have enough of the leaves that I thought I had. But yeah, you can see all the way around. All very naturey. And the other idea I had was I wanted to have like a living roof. So that the roof was, it's alive. I know that's what a living roof is, but it's alive, you know, it's not just a roof, the roof growing and stuff like that, and that's what I went for here. I mean, it's just a moss roof, and then I bone mealed it and then I added some extra bits, but I think it looks really, really cool. Inside, we do have a new villager. What do you think it's going to be? You may have noticed a block earlier on, but it doesn't quite fit in with this. I'll be honest, one of the things that I wanted was like a telescope coming out of here, but I would have had to make the build so much bigger to do it. I don't really think it would have worked, and I wanted something that was a little bit quaint on here as well, because they don't all have to be, you know, giant builds. In fact, I think it'd look ridiculous to do all giant builds. So let's have a look who is in here. Hello. Haha! There he is. This is our cartographer. So I've locked them in with some trades already. Need to do some more to get down to the bottom, and then hopefully I'll be able to unlock that globe banner pattern. Let's talk about the inside when we come in. So we've mapped out the village area, and isn't it starting to look cool? I love how the nether portal looks on the map. That is really, really cool. Clock on the wall, because this is a person who's, you know, spent some time working. An ink pot and their quill. I thought that was a really great way to do that. Ink pot and quill, some candles. The note blocks these sort of simulate a cool looking desk. I don't know why I did this, I just thought it looked good, so I went with it. In here I made some beehives, well, bees nests I think these ones are, just to try and simulate they're like papers that are in a box. So the cartographer and his maps, you know, he's got some of them in a box, and bookshelves of all the different books that he would be using to map some things out, atlases and whatnot. So I think this looks absolutely lovely, and I'm very, very happy that not only have we got a build, we've got an interior, we've got a new villager, so something else to bring life to our village. And after making sure that I did the interior in this one, I wanted to make sure I went back to one of our earlier builds and, well, give them the interior that they deserve. Not much, but I think it's turned out pretty cool. See what you guys think. So we have in here now an interior. I use some pistons that are almost like the machine, sort of pressing things together. I use an iron golem head to simulate like a face mask, you know, like a welding mask or something like that. Some empty armor stands for where they're testing different different armors on the stands. There's a placeable iron ingot. So if you remember the pickaxe, if you remember, that's from the Foxy's mod pack, the placeable items. It's absolutely brilliant. I've got some minecarts on shelves that look cool, you know, like they're storing stuff in there that's maybe been delivered to them. I haven't done upstairs. I didn't think I really needed to, actually, so I've left it exactly as it is. But yeah, there we go. So these guys have got an interior as well. Let's get ourselves out of here. I've also been AFKing loads for iron, because another villager that I realised that I definitely need would be farmers. The good thing is, we've got farmers inside our iron farm, so then I can trade with those guys and get an absolute ton of golden carrots. And I think that's going to be it for this week's episode. As I say, even though it's been quite a short video, this has actually been quite a lot of work this week, but it's been really great fun. And these are going to be really super helpful for some of our bigger farms. And our village is looking absolutely fantastic. The extra building makes a huge difference, I think. It's something just a bit different, brings a new path in. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm definitely loving it. So in the next episode, I will be making probably some micro farms. That's one thing that I think we're really going to need, and I'll find somewhere for them. It might even be the finally found a use for that tower on our starter build. And I maybe if I can find one, we might head over to the Deep Dark, into an ancient city. And once again, if you are enjoying these videos, please do leave a comment, leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We've finally made it. I meant to say, let's hang on a minute. I meant to say, we made it to over 100 subscribers. Yes, that is absolutely amazing. Thank you everybody for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and I will see you again in the next one. Have a good one, everyone.
Game over.